Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I already started a video, but I feel like I was talking too much in the beginning and I don't want it to be like that. So I'm going to start over, do this crown chakra again. This song that's coming to my mind right now is, before I even started the reading, I'll be alright without you. There'll be someone else. I keep telling myself. It's Journey. I can't play music at the beginning of my readings, so I wanted to sing that because I get copyright claims, but I am playing some like rock instrumentals. I just didn't feel like Reiki relaxing music today. So I've never listened to this. I don't even know what songs it plays. Okay, so it's gonna be a twin flame divine masculine check-in. Let's see what's going on in the dynamic right now. A lot of energies lately that we're working through. I've been crying and grieving a lot, not for my twin at all, just personal things about myself and my health and stuff like that. But I feel like we're all doing a lot of purging. We're all dealing with a lot of boundaries and putting ourselves first and a lot of that kind of stuff. Self-journey stuff. The sun is here, the Knight of Wands, two fire sign energies, and the King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, and Leo again. I feel the masculine is being shown a lot of their selves, their dark sides, their ego stuff. They're having to look in the mirror a lot right now. They're having to face where they've been selfish, where they've been heartless, where they've been disconnected from themselves as well. This music is not relaxing at all. Okay, I'm just gonna change it. They are having to do a lot of like self-evaluation here. And I feel there might be even kind of like bitter about it or annoyed about it because this is not something they wanted to do, but they're being forced to do it. And I feel like so much is coming to the surface right now for people that they have no option but to do this. And with this sun, it's kind of like they wanted to just be in their safe little cocoon, but they're like bitterly being forced out of it, okay? And then we've got Knight of Wands here. And I feel like a part of them just wants to like escape. They just want to say, F this, I'm off this journey, but you can't get off this journey. And this journey has nothing to do, guys, with romance and whether you're going to be with your masculine or not. This journey has to do, and I'm just going to say from personal experience, has to do with meeting someone who is a catalyst, who like, it's kind of like there's a ride at MGM. I actually never been on it. The Aerosmith roller coaster. I've heard about it. I'm terrified of roller coasters, where it goes from 0 to 60 in like, or 0 to 100, I don't even know. It just like rapidly starts and it's like catapulted. And that's what happens with this journey. So whatever like haze and little like stuff you were doing in your unconscious and destructive things you were doing and things that were kind of working for a long time but weren't really working, what happens is you meet your counterpart and they catapult you into this level of awareness that you don't want. And after that, even if the masculine hasn't awakened to his feelings for the feminine, there's no option to go back to being asleep because you can't. Once you've been awoken, it's like in the morning, you could wake up and you could go back to sleep, but you're not going back to a full night of sleep. And I feel like that is what's happening. And the masculine is really having a hard time because they may have to look at the things that are going wrong with them, but they don't necessarily have the tools to fix these things. And so they feel, I've been getting a lot of images of islands lately, of like an island and saying goodbye and moving on in a boat. You guys, if you watch my inner child meditation, that we're moving from one island to another, and we're leaving an island of like destruction and like lack of self-love and lack of boundaries. And what I feel like has happened is that if you guys have not addressed your people pleasing, your lack of self-love, your boundaries, there is no way that your masculine is going to. But the thing is, you can't do it from the place of motivation to where I'm doing this because I want union. You have to get to a point where union is no longer on the horizon. Your answer to your sadness and to your loneliness and to your pain won't even be fixed by your masculine. There is nobody coming to save you on this island. Guess what? You have to save yourself, because even if your masculine reached out to you at this point, it wouldn't even feel good, because your masculine can't fix all of the other aspects of your life that you haven't addressed within yourself. And when you get to that point where you realize no one's coming to save you, even if your masculine came to save you, it wouldn't even be enough. That is when you're getting to this point where you have to fix the things inside of yourself. And that's where it's not about, I don't believe in shadow work of sitting there and dwelling on what's wrong with you. I think shadow work is taking necessary actions that feel uncomfortable, establishing boundaries, doing things that don't feel good. And something I wanted to point out was that I was thinking all morning about my frustrations with my birthday and how I was mad at this friend and that friend and this person and that person, and how I'm taking a stand and I'm not doing that this year and I'm putting myself first. And I realized that my anger wasn't because everyone let me down. It was because I let myself down, because I've continuously made other people's worlds and lives more important than mine, because I didn't feel like I was important. My story wasn't as significant as theirs. And that is an unconscious belief. It takes a lot to even get to that awareness. And I can't be mad at anyone. And anytime we're externally focused, we're not doing the work within. And it's always about our relationship with ourselves. What it takes for me is I have to do things that make me feel uncomfortable. I'm going to have to say no. I'm going to have to do it. And it's not because I don't like this person or because I feel this way towards this person. It's because at the end of the day, I have to be able to go to sleep at night knowing that I love myself, and every one of my decisions was out of self-love and honoring my needs and my wants. And one other thing that I was thinking, and I guess I am getting on the soapbox, is that, you know, a lot of people say it doesn't matter what people think. Like, if you care what people think, like, you're needing validation, and it doesn't matter. But the thing is, when you are a child, a baby, babies do need to know that they are loved. Their brains are needing to hear like loving words. They are needing to hear affirmations. They are needing to hear positive things. And if you didn't, for some reason, if you received messages as a baby, not those things, you are going to spend your adulthood seeking those things out. And that doesn't mean that you are like lesser than anyone else. It just means that there's a broken child within you that is still seeking those things because you didn't get it. And although as adults we shouldn't need those things, children do need those things because their brains are developing. And so a lot of us on this divine counterpart journey are like little children who are still seeking other people's validation. But as an adult, the only one that could give it to you at that point is your grown self. You have to connect with your inner child, with your adult self, and you have to find a way to be enough to be the person that gives yourself that love. Okay, I just went on a whole tangent, but I feel the need to be a messenger, and those are important things for me to say. And so, did I even show you guys the cards? We had the Sun, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. And I do feel like the masculine is battling between this. If they had like a strict father, their father withheld love a lot. The father turned the back on the masculine a lot, didn't give them the love, and because of it they turned into like a fuckboy. Okay, they turned into someone that was seeking love and validation from everyone else. But the masculine may have had to have two things happen to them, especially because of this pandemic. One, they no longer can seek out constant like affirmations from different females or males, whatever they are, because the world isn't as open anymore. So the world is very much more self-focused now. They're not getting those needs met. And the other thing is that maybe they committed to a karmic. And the reason why it's a karmic is because this person makes them settle down to where they can't go and get all that validation. And then we've got King of Wands. So there's a lot of masculine energy around the masculine here. Okay, King of Wands, King of Swords, Knight of Wands. I feel like they're dealing with father issues. That is going on. And you know who is the biggest catalyst for father issues for the masculine is their feminine, because they become their father in that connection. They start to see themselves. We've got another Leo energy. Wow. We've got another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got Page of Swords, Magician, Four of Pentacles, and Strength. They're looking to the feminine to guide the way. The masculines really need to know that the feminine is working on themselves in order for them to feel empowered. We've got Strength and the Magician. Okay. Four of Pentacles and Page of Swords. They're not letting go of the feminine as their guiding light, because they need this feminine to still be reminding them of the areas that they need to work on themselves. They're still watching the feminine. They're still paying attention. Okay. Let's get some from the connections for the modern world. It's hard because I really like to make these readings kind of like divine feminine readings. You guys know that. I want to empower you guys. I have a message, you know, for the feminines a lot of the times, but let's see connections for the modern world. Climax. This is a sexual card. This is also like, I feel like a tower moment happened with both. I feel like we are like coming to this suspended choices. We are coming to this fork in the road where it's like the pinnacle, and then we're coming back down, and then we can't distract ourselves with the journey anymore. We have to go within. Okay. It's almost like, you know, when you get off and then you finally see clearly, it's like, I feel with that Knight of Wands energy, the feminine, the masculine was distracting themselves for so long with the sexual aspect of this connection. But every time they like even maybe masturbate in their fantasies and then they get off, they come back to the point that it's just a distraction, because ultimately there's something not right in their soul that they haven't resolved. I feel the masculine's very sad right now. I feel that they're crying a lot as well. And I feel like they've reached this point, this pinnacle, where they just can't take it anymore. They just know things aren't right. Things don't feel right, but they don't know how to make it better. Surrender stress, surrender the idea you could fix someone. That's another theory, another thing I wanted to talk about. What I've noticed, I don't know if you guys have, but all the other people in my life, there's always a wanting to fix someone. Someone's either wanting to fix you or they want you to fix them. I feel a lot of my prior relationships before my masculine were people who wanted me to fix them. My masculine, being a Pisces, has a savior complex. So I feel like he wanted someone that he can fix, he could focus on. Pisces and Virgo are very much like that, where they like want to be externally focused on helping others and not deal with themselves. He was like, I feel one of the only ones in my life who wanted someone he could fix, which is weird because I thought, well, when I met him, I needed to be fixed. But I think deep down, he knows that I'm actually stronger than him. And the one he chose to be with is someone he can, feel like he has the power and the authority to fix her. And either way, this is not healthy, okay? So we need to surrender this like notion, this thing of feeding off of like other people's energies to either feel like we're not the problem or to feel like we are important and we're needed, because these are codependent energies. This is what I'm constantly talking about, guys. I will never focus on anything more than codependency within this journey, because I think that is what is all about. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. If your masculine is still fixed, and I think what has happened in a lot of these journeys is that especially with the pandemic, it's like everyone's become such a mess that their karmic isn't even special anymore because, okay, whatever, the karmic needs to be fixed. So does everyone else in the world right now. And the karmic is like had to find things within themselves to fix themselves because we're all in like survival mode, which brings me to surrender stress. Take a few breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. As we calm our nervous systems down, we get more clarity as well. And if we're living in that constant state of stress and chaos, we never have clarity, and we have to surrender that stress in order to get any clarity. Okay? I'm being called to use this deck, actually, the Everyday Witch. The Hermit. Yeah, we are all being called to go in. I just said Virgo, and now I see the World. The Six of Pentacles reversed. The Temperance reversed. These two balance cards are reversed. As we've begun to see how imbalanced our lives are on this journey, we've begun to realize that we've got to go within and we've got to stop these cycles. We've got to come to the end of the same cycle over and over again because we're putting an energy where it's not reciprocated. We're not transmuting anything in a positive way. This is Sagittarius energy here. And we've got to get to a point where we slow down and we realize that these things, these old narratives, these old stories, these old ways of being are not working for us anymore. And we've got to close this cycle. And it's about really just doing things different. Whatever it is you were doing before, it wasn't working, okay? And it's something within us why we're even doing the things the way we're doing. And if we're looking on the outside, we're trying to control other people, we're trying to fix them, we're not getting it, okay? And those of us on a twin flame journey, we have no choice but to go within because we're never going to... The universe is never going to allow us to stay externally focused here. We're going to constantly have situations that bring us back to ourselves. Okay? I'm going to pull from this. I haven't used this deck in a while. It's, what was it? The Whispers of Healing Oracle. Barriers, I see this as boundaries and also sensitivity. Yeah. So, I mean, I've been in 12 and 13, I've been in a super protective mode because I realized that most of my interactions are a reflection of a space that I'm outgrowing. And so this is also like, we need to protect ourselves. We need to protect our sensitivity and use it on things that are worth our energy. Okay? Because most people don't have our best interest. Most people, and I hate to say that because I feel like my subscribers actually do, because you guys are choosing to be here and you guys are probably aligned with where I'm at, but most people are not awakened enough to have other people's best interest because they're in their own survival stress mode. Okay, what did I want to pull? Oh, I was pulling my animal decks and then I just put them to the side. Okay. We've got Zebra, which was weird because this was a card that I was like, what do I, like the spirit, I feel like I am understood, I am accepted, I am surrounded by my tribe, I embrace my uniqueness. Okay, finding our tribe. I am resilient, I am energized, I expect miracles, I am joyful. Hummingbird. I feel this is a lot about us standing in our truth. Okay? Standing in our truth and being resilient no matter what happens to us. Okay, I'm gonna get 2 more cards and then I'm gonna do a deeper truth, speaking of. Reflecting, there's that Hermit energy and Divine Feminine. As the Divine Feminine reflects more, so does the Divine Masculine. I am reflecting on my actions and realizing the error of some of my ways. I was listening to one of my favorite songs, Tracy Chapman. At this point in my life is such a good song. I used to listen to it when it was raining, and I would be like drinking red wine right next door to my masculine, and it would be like raining and I'd be crying. I was always crying, always crying. But that song is a really good song about reflecting on your choices and as a feminine being accountable for the ways you've broken your own heart. Okay? And I guess I'll share this at the end of my reading. Like Mystic Moon in this reading today, she's like the only one I watch at this point, other reader. She's been like a guru for me along my journey. Was talking about how at any point we can, change directions. And I know a lot of you, I have been on this journey, and the reason why I became a twin flame reader is because I identified as a twin flame. And a lot of you, I have to tap into that space to be able to provide these readings. But I'm at this point where I feel my masculine was a catalyst, but I don't feel any more romantic feelings for him than anyone else. I feel it's not even detached, because that's like an antithesis energy. I don't even know how to say that. It's just that I'm like, there's so many other things going on in my own personal journey, and maybe he's not my masculine. I don't know. He was a huge catalyst for my spiritual awakening. I care about him, but I don't see him as the answer to anything at this point. And I don't miss him. Some of you guys have been like, you miss him. I have to tap into this energy to deliver these messages. And I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, well, then she's not like a real divine feminine, because the divine feminine has nothing to do with being defined by your love or lack of love or whatever from someone else. It is a personal journey, and we are not defined by the people who love or don't love us. Okay, we are defined by a spiritual journey that we are forced to become the best version of ourselves, with a lot of things coming at us, and we are, a lot of us, on solo journeys. And so it just is frustrating for me when people try to project their own, where they're at in their journey, and I understand it makes them feel better, but personally I don't want to have to defend where I'm at. And if you guys make comments like, oh, you still love him, like, I could tell, like, I find that to be very invalidating of where I'm saying I'm at. I've done a lot of work. I'm very self-aware, and I am saying very honestly that I know what it's like to be in the trenches and to be obsessed. And I'm not connected to that. And anyways, there's a lot more to say about that, but I wasn't even going to share, and then I thought I'd share it at the end of the reading. Let's end with a deeper truth. I own where I am on this journey, and I don't let anyone dictate to me where I am and where I should be. I make decisions for myself that honor how I feel. I protect myself. I honor my needs and wants. I love myself so much. I honor myself and I love myself, and I speak up when I need to speak up, and I stand in my truth, and other people's projections and judgments are nothing but their own lack of awareness, and I don't let that attach to me. I am strong, and I trust my own intuition. I trust my own inner guidance system, and I know that I am being divinely guided, and I am safe, and I am protected, and I am loved, and I am bathing in God's divine white cosmic light, and I feel free from the past. I move into the future. I'm free from the chains of my own mind that held me back, that kept me bound, that kept me from my destiny that is waiting for me. I'm so excited about my destiny. I'm so excited about my life and this ever unfolding mysterious journey. I love myself, and out of this self-love, I make healthy, positive, clear decisions for myself that honor my inner child. I love myself. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.